In rural Bavaria, Germany, on March 31st, 1922, an entire family and their maid were savagely murdered in their isolated farmhouse at Hinterkaifeck, but the killer didn't flee. They stayed for days, living among the corpses and tending the farm. This is the case of one of Europe's most baffling unsolved mass killings. The victims were Andreas Gruber, 63, the farm's reclusive owner, his wife Kazilia, 72, their widowed daughter Victoria Gabriel, 35, Victoria's children, 7-year-old Kazilia and 2-year-old Joseph, and Maria Baumgartner, 44, the new maid who had just arrived that day. Weeks before the attack, the farm was already haunted by eerie signs. The previous maid had quit months earlier, claiming she heard unexplained footsteps and knocks in the attic. In early March, Andreas discovered a Munich newspaper left inexplicably on the property, a paper the family never subscribed to. Shortly after, he noticed fresh footprints in the snow leading from the woods to the farm's machine room, but none leading back out. The lock was broken, and a house key had gone missing. Andreas later told neighbors about heavy footsteps pacing overhead at night. He searched the attic himself, but found nothing. He brushed it off as animals or wind and never alerted authorities. Tensions escalated when Victoria had a heated argument with her parents and fled into the woods, only to return shaken hours later. Unbeknownst to them, someone may have been hiding in the house all along, observing every move. That evening, the killer struck. The family was drawn to the barn one by one, likely under some pretext. Andreas, Kazilia Sr., Victoria, and young Kazilia were bludgeoned to death with a mattock, the farm's own pickaxe-like tool. The attacker then moved inside, killing Maria in her bedroom and infant Joseph in his cradle with the same weapon. Autopsies confirmed the brutality, skulls shattered, faces disfigured. Tragically, young Kazilia lingered for hours in the barn, in severe pain, before succumbing. Evidence showed she had pulled out her own hair in distress. Even more disturbing, the perpetrator remained on the farm for 3 days. They consumed the family's food, fed the livestock, and stoked the kitchen fires. Neighbors saw smoke from the chimney, but thought nothing of it as the bodies decomposed. The horror was uncovered on April 4th, when concerned neighbors, including Lorenz Schlittenbauer, investigated the family's absence from church and uncollected mail. They entered the barn to find 4 bodies hidden under hay and a door. Inside, Maria and Joseph lay in blood-soaked rooms. Police investigations were hampered from the start. The scene was trampled by locals before experts arrived. No robbery motive fit. Valuables were untouched. Over 100 suspects were interrogated, including Schlittenbauer, who was rumored to be Joseph's biological father and acted oddly composed. Suspicion also fell on Victoria's husband, Karl Gabriel, presumed dead in World War I but never confirmed, fueling theories of his vengeful return. Despite forensic exams, extensive searches, and even consulting psychics, no arrests were made. The case was officially closed in 1955, remaining unsolved.